Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Today, we're going to be writing a function to find dependency load. And dependency load is essentially how much of the young population, which is under 16, and the old population, which is over 64, depend on the working population, which is 16 to 64. So let's get right into it. So this first line here is in the line, as you can see, the syntax is defining whatever we will be performing. And you can give the function any name, but it helps if it's as relevant as possible. And we decided to name it depload, which you could say is the short form of dependency load. And within these brackets are essentially the parameters needed to work the function itself so it can execute it. And lastly, this line ends with a colon to define the end of a function in Python. So moving on to the second line, here we're essentially defining the variable called depload, and the user will provide whatever is received from the formula of dependency load, which is essentially the young population plus the older population divided by the working population times 100. And over here, print essentially indicates to the user to print the dependency load in a percentage. And return tells the function to output the calculation onto the screen when we try it out. So let's go ahead and run this code. Great, so you know it's working when you see this orange arrow. So let's go ahead and write the function name, and it's particular on being exact, so dep load. And let's try some numbers. So it has to be in the same order, so I'm going to put 19.3 as the young population. Then I'll put 14.0 as the older population, and I'll put 66.7 as the working population. So let's go ahead and see what we get in percentage. Great, so we get 49.9 or 50%. So this essentially means that 50% of the young population and old population are dependent on the working population. So thank you for listening.